I gotta shake off some rust, because I swear every time I go to stream, I got more rust because then I take more breaks. And I apologize for that, but it's been a year of all time, to say the least. We're back. It's been a few weeks, but I'm gonna be easing myself back into the night stream as we're gonna be playing some Star Fox 64. I felt that it was pretty topical because of the big Star Fox announcement that literally came out of nowhere last Wednesday. We got a remake on the way of the original story yet again. Got thoughts on that. We're gonna talk about it here in a bit. But I figure I'm just gonna play the game tonight, Star Fox 64, so I can, have a chill thing to play. It's pretty topical right now, and it's also something that's on a lot of people's minds, I would say, because of the obvious announcement of last week getting a remake of the 64 game in particular on the Switch too. It's something that I'm pretty excited for, but I do have my own concerns. And again, we'll get into that tonight in general. Hey there, Marley, how you doing? I can tell you're probably excited for the Star Fox thing based on what I'm seeing there. Alright, we're gonna just jump right into this, and I'm just gonna let the intro itself play, because just immediately starting off, you'll notice in the intro itself that, well, let's just say it's gonna be a very different experience. So, just gotta give me 1 second here, because I have a thing I have to fix up. It's been a little bit since I've streamed, so not only is some rust here, but I've also changed some things at the back end. Alright, there we go. Now it should be good, so let's go ahead and jump into the game. I'm just, like I said, I'm gonna just let the intro play out, and then I'm gonna explain how I'm playing the game tonight in particular.
Message from General Pepper. Priority 1. We need your help, Star Fox. Andross has declared war. He's invaded the Lilat system and is trying to take over Corneria. Our army alone can't do the job. Hurry, Star Fox.
Yeah, so the remaster came a little early, and it's also a little cursed. Alright, so what I'm doing tonight in particular is I'm not playing the original release of Star Fox 64, because I've known a couple of people right now who have been going back and playing Star Fox 64 because of the announcement from last week, and they're usually using something like maybe the cartridge, or Wii Virtual Console, the Switch Online version, stuff like that. I'm not playing any of those releases, as you can tell by the makeover that this specific game has tonight, because we are playing the unofficial PC port of the game, one of two, technically. I'm playing Starship. This is a decompilation version of Star Fox 64, running natively on PC. So, because of that, we're able to play with some mods, and I felt like doing this because I've played this game so many times with the original graphics. I figured, let's just change it up tonight, and just play with some custom stuff in particular. So, just to explain the certain things that are being used, I'm going to open up the mod manager here called Chiploader. This is what we're using here in particular. It's hard to explain what this specific one is, but this LR2EB preview, it's a mouthful name. this mod is the one you're seeing right now. It's just a whole makeover of the game's graphics, trying to make it a little bit more like, I would say closer to a GameCube game's graphics, not necessarily like the Wii U or even the upcoming Switch 2 version of the game. It's a little bit more realistic on the art style, but not super realistic, something an N64 can do. Then I added in the specifics for the character mod. Again, just changing up how people look. We'll barely get to see them. I got Star Fox Melee Makeover on, which gives you Fox and Falco from Smash Melee as models for the characters instead. And then just some minor things of like increase some glow or change up the explosion look. There's a couple mods out for the PC port in particular. I can't find any recomp ones, but I found plenty of decomp mods. There's a lot out there, as you can see. You got different mugshots now. You got yourself some reticle changes. Like there's a lot of specifics. Here's the glow one in particular. It's just an engine change. You can change out how the R-Wing looks. So there's a lot of things you can do. You can even get the 3DS mugshots. I was going to use those, but they conflict with the other graphic mod that we're using right now, so I just turned them off. The graphic mod you'll see once we get into the game itself, but replaces the models for the people talking from Star Fox Zero, the Wii U game. So, again, just decided to use something different here because I've played this game so many times over the years, and I figured this would be a nice change of pace. Plus, I haven't actually played through the entirety of Star Fox 64 via the PC yet, whether it be decomp or recomp. It's one of the few ports I've put a little bit of time into, but I haven't beaten, per se. So, we're going to play it tonight. I have it set up where, graphics-wise, we have it maxed out because it's an N64 game. You can run this thing on a potato. So, might as well max out the graphics. High MSAA, so nothing's going to look jaggy. High frame rate. That's about all you can tweak, really. Native widescreen support is just built into this by default. And there's some fixes here and there. The one thing in particular, these two to mention, Mabeth level ending cutscenes fixed. There was a camera bug in the original game that's fixed for this. And Sector Z spawn all actors. There was a bug in Sector Z apparently where only 10 of 12 available actors respawned. So that causes like 2 boxes to be missing, so you can't get like health in certain areas. It's a weird bug, but the PC version fixes that. So I'm gonna just try this out, see how this plays, and go from there. Hey Matt, how you doing? Alright, we're gonna just at least, I'm not gonna do it for all of them, I'm just gonna at least let the intros play, because I'm really curious to see the Zero mod in particular here, change out the characters. So I'll turn the game back up just for this.
Corneria, 4th planet of the Lilat system. The evil Andros turned this once thriving system into a wasteland of near extinction. General Pepper of the Cornerian army was successful in exiling this maniacal scientist to the barren, deserted planet Venom. 5 years later, General Pepper noticed strange activity coming from Venom. James McLeod, Pigma Dangar, and Peppy Hare of the Star Fox team were sent to investigate. Upon their arrival, Pigma betrayed the team, and James and Peppy were captured by Andros. Peppy barely escaped Venom and returned home to tell James' son, Fox, about his father's fate. A few years have passed. Andros has again invaded the Lilat system. General Pepper has turned to a new Star Fox team, headed by Fox McCloud, to save Corneria and free the Lilat system once again.
Say what you will about Star Fox Zero because of another retread of the original story. Some of the levels may or may not have clicked with some people. The gyro aiming kind of being clunk. Say what you will about the gameplay of Zero, but you have to admit, it was a really good looking game. And taking those specific assets to put into this mod that we're using tonight really does transform the original game into a pseudo remake. It looked really good, and we'll see more of that as the characters are talking, obviously.
It's about time you showed up, Fox. You're the only
Alright, that's good to hear. And also, yeah, happy anniversary, Matt. I didn't realize that was today, but my sense of time has been As usual, not great. But happy anniversary to both you and Amber, obviously. Hey there, Kira, how you doing? There we go. For those now just joining, we are playing the original version, I have to say with some quotes, of Star Fox 64. It's the N64 game, not playing the 3DS remake, but I'm using some mods via the PC port of the game, Starship, so it's mainly just a graphical overhaul. It's kind of giving us a middle ground between some of the original look and a remastered look. Just want to try a different texture pack, as I haven't really played the game before with texture packs like this. But gameplay-wise, I normally use a game controller, which I have on standby here, but I didn't set this up for tonight because I didn't want to use this in particular. I'm going to be trying with the N64 controls, which I haven't played Star Fox 64 with an N64 controller since it came out. So I'm used to playing this on like Wii Virtual Console for a majority of my life. Hence why this is going to be weird to play with the actual N64 pad again. I remember boosting on this feeling a little weird, just because you really have to move your hand to get to the boost while holding charge. Like right now, if I'm holding charge, I gotta use my other finger to do a claw grip so I can hit C left. I'm using the original game's mapping. I can change that in Starship, but I just want to play with the original mapping. Because that's the thing about the remake on Switch 2. They announced that the Star Fox 64 remake will technically allow you to use the N64 pad. So I just want to try it out and see what this would feel like if I decide to do that. I'm just going to do this now. Kind of have my flow screwed up there a little bit. Alright, let's do a somersault. Get out of the way. Now I hit a bomb over here. That gives some extra points. I'm going to see if I can get some medals here. I don't remember some of the strats to get all the medals in a lot of these stages, because I haven't fully played this game in like, what, 4 or 5 years, maybe? It's been a little bit. But at the same time, I'm going to try my best.
Something's wrong with the G diffuser. Use the boost to take.
Don't need to boost, just do a homing attack.
I guess I should be thankful.
Someone happy birthday and Mother's Day. Hey, it could have been someone's birthday and Mother's Day, so close enough. I get that feeling too. It's the funny thing about Mother's Day is that I almost forgot what day it was going into it, because the day before I was like, oh yeah, that would be tomorrow. And then I knew Friday going into it was like, oh yeah, Mother's Day's coming up. It's really weird, like within a day, I actually lost track of it being the weekend. That's just how my sense of time is right now. It's just kind of weird. But probably because of all the scheduling changes I've dealt with, at least in the past week or two.
Falco, where you going?
So that probably hasn't helped a little bit.
I found the target. Try to keep up. Time for a little pace. Back off, boss.
Almost got them both with just 2 shots. That would have been really good. I'll do my best to keep up in chat, but I will say during the actual gameplay part, I might be a little more focused on getting high score than keeping up the conversation, but I'll do my best. Tried Star Fox 64 yourself for the other day, Kira, huh? I did see something about that. You did poorly. Not sure if we'll get the remake. Keep on playing it, because your first playthrough is never going to be that great, I would say. Just because there's a learning curve, I would feel, for a game like this. It's... The hardest part, honestly, is keeping your crewmates alive, because at the time, you're going to shoot them. That's how I've always struggled as a kid. I never beat this growing up. I was mainly playing this in multiplayer, because when I actually played the single player, yeah, I would fail constantly around, like, the midway point. Oh, it's so weird playing this game with Rumble. Last time I played this, I played it on controller. It didn't support Rumble, because it was through... Well, you usually play Wii Virtual Console, as I mentioned before. Does not have Rumble support at all. Last time I fully played this was via the Wii U, because that version is actually pretty good. The only problem with the Wii U version of Star Fox 64 was how dark they made it. Just like every N64 game on that console. But you can technically fix that with a mod. It just removes the filter entirely.
You okay over there, Fox?
But last time I played on that console, I didn't have Rumble support. So it's kind of weird to play this Rumble. That was the big selling point of this game, because of the Rumble pack. In fact, I think it was bundled with the Rumble pack when it first came out. Given adventure was shown on the screen to the direct, hopes coming to NSO. I think that kind of confirmed it, honestly. It was funny when they were showing off Star Fox games as a little bit of a tribute in that Star Fox Direct. They showed 2 games that were already in the service, and then Star Fox Adventures, and then jumped straight to Smash Ultimate. That's how we kind of had a feeling that was a pseudo hint that they were going to put Star Fox Adventures on NSO. But they completely bypassed Assault, and that's where a lot of people are like, I guess Assault doesn't exist again. This is nothing new to us Star Fox fans. Because I hear that all the time. Like, people really do like Assault, myself included. It's pretty underrated. Just because it came out at a weird time for Star Fox. It wasn't that popular going into, like, the mid-2000s. I heard it didn't sell that great, unfortunately, because of its timing. But at the same time, it's a solid game. I hope that would come too, but at the same time, we didn't mention it in the Direct, so I don't know. Yeah, they even show Star Fox 2, which that is on NSO. So I could have easily talked about that, but they didn't. Kinda weird. But yeah, what you're saying there before, I'm kind of like catching up a little bit on the chat stuff, and I see earlier, Marley, you said you're worse at Zero. Everybody's bad at Star Fox Zero, because so many people cannot get a grip on those controls. It's very different. It's the hardest game, I think, in the franchise to really pick up if you're not really big into gyro stuff. Funny enough, I think the game gets a lot of hate, and I don't really agree with it personally, because I actually really like Star Fox Zero. The controls aren't for everyone, I'll admit it, but they are also what got me into motion control gaming, in particular. Like, they sold me on the gyro aiming. And then since then, I've tried it out on more games, like with the Zelda games, Splatoon, and so on. I didn't mean to miss that. Well, I shouldn't need every gold ring. It's just for health extensions, but I would like them if I can get the health extensions.
Careful, it's a trap. Use bomb quietly.
Thing is, I have hyper lasers, and I'm going to do everything I can to keep them. Because they do so much damage, and losing hyper lasers just feels like you lost the game entirely. Oh no, I missed the ring that gives me health at full health. Oh no, doesn't matter. These rocks look really weird with this texture pack. Like, in some ways they look worse because it looks like a bunch of moons.
Use the brake.
They're a little bit darker, I think, in the normal game, so this is a little bit of a glow up. Not in a great way, actually.
Location confirmed. Sending supplies.
And in some cases like this, now the rocks around us look like styrofoam.
Watch out, Fox.
Just barely reached. This is a cereal-like vibe. Probably not trying to go for that, but unintentional. Nice shot. I didn't think that would hit all four. I thought it was going to hit 3 or 4. Nah, I missed one of the shots. Well, that's fine. I'll just do normal. I don't want to hit them with the lock-on because you actually get more points if you hit these enemies without lock-on, in particular. And if you want to shoot something without locking on, you hold down Z and R. Then you can use the lock-on power shot without the lock-on technology. That's how you get more points, because you hit things around enemies and you get a plus. Usually like +1, +2, depending on what you're getting, obviously, in your shot. Well, that's how you go for a high score in this game. You need to use the charge shot without the lock-on. And I imagine the remake is going to have a very similar mechanic if it's going to be fully based off this specific title.
You want a piece of me? Take that.
I love how you're gloating when I'm the one doing all the hard work. Classic Slippy. Alright, here we go. This is the warp. I need to take this because I want to get into the warp zone. It's faster, it gives you a lot more points, and you don't have to fight a boss. It's the best path to go. And this one's, I think, easier than the one later on the easy path, so this is the one I always go for. Will there be anything new in the remake instead of what they've already announced for challenge mode and cutscenes? I'm wondering about the backstory of how this all starts with James McCloud, because the end that direct, they showed this big sequence where you actually see what happens to him, or at least a lot of what happens to him. They don't show the whole story, obviously, but I wonder, is that going to just be a cutscene thing, or are they going to make that possibly a playable section? That would be really interesting if there was like a what-if mode, and they made that playable, where you get to play as James McCloud before he obviously dies, because we know, spoilers for this game, James McCloud doesn't make it. He is killed on Venom, and he guides Fox out of the final boss arena at the end of this tale. So I wonder, is that going to be a thing they explain a little bit more with gameplay, or are they just going to do it as a cutscene? I would like to see gameplay, but who knows? I don't think they confirmed anything on that front. They just kind of gave us a little taste of it at the very end of the direct with a cutscene. Oh, I kind of want that bomb. I'm missing like, all the smart bombs right now. Alright, well at least I got some refills. I'm coming out of here with more bombs than I started, and that was definitely the accomplishment. Mark claims just a prologue. I didn't know they already claimed that that was just going to be a prologue thing. I would like it to be more than just a cutscene, but I figured it probably would have been. That's just wishful thinking on my front. Wow, those rocks look really weird. It's a high-quality, low-quality PNG, if that makes sense. Like, it's a high-quality image, but it's just like a stock rock. So it's nothing special. Do we do Katina? Or do we do Fortuna? The air level gives me more points, but it is harder to get a medal on. And I think it still does go to Sector X. I want to go to Sector X. I think I'll do Katina. If we get medal, we get medal. If we don't, we don't. I'm gonna just try it.
Katina is battling the enemy. Will you help him out?
Affirmative, General.
Might be unlockable cosmetic. I feel like at least on that front, I wouldn't be surprised if James McCloud could be maybe a cosmetic for maybe like their talking head thing they wanted to show off for the Switch 2 camera support. At least something for the little like icons that you're gonna get in the game itself.
Bill, is that you?
So how did everyone here feel about Remake in general? Because so far from what I'm gathering on chat's opinion here is a lot of people are looking forward to it, or at least excited for the series to come back. I was just shocked about how they announced it. Can we just take a second to talk about that announcement timing? AKA none. What's this trend with Nintendo right now? Just not really hyping up their announcements until they come out. I'm not the fan of how they've been announcing some stuff. I'm gonna be 100% honest. It's really bad if you were a journalist right now, that's for sure. Because that announcement happening 15 minutes before a direct to let people know there's a direct incoming, I know a lot of people were very upset about because they just didn't expect it. But at the same time, Nintendo knows them get away with it. That's why they do it. I'm just literally sitting there eating food and I hear, oh, there's an announcement by just looking at my social media. So I'm pulling up the direct on my phone just to see what it's about. That's how last second it is. But either way, at least in terms of the announcement, I'm looking forward to the remake because I like the game, but I do have some skepticism in certain areas. I'm not a fan of the models, but they might grow on me after a while. Who knows? I just don't like the hyper-realistic look. I know they're trying to go for a look based on the original Super Nintendo box art, but I don't know. For me, it just don't look right. It just looks a little too realistic. The series always kind of felt more grounded as a cartoony thing, not as a hyper-realistic franchise. The environments look fantastic. So at least in terms of the locales, it's definitely an improvement.
Man, there's just no end to these guys. Go for the
Yeah, if I remember correctly, to get the medal here, you have to just delay this for as long as possible. Because getting the medal in this section means you're fighting all of the ships coming out of these hatches. And you don't want to destroy any of the hatches because they actually are the things pumping out the enemies. So what you're doing here is just killing things for a good 3 minutes and then actually doing the mission. It's one of the worst medals in the game because it's just so tedious. Thankfully, it's not the highest score. Was it 50 or 100? It might be 100 now thinking about it. I'll find out here in a sec. Yeah, it's 100. I would have got there, so I'm halfway. Don't worry about taking out some of Bill's friends because they don't matter. You'll get ridiculed for it, but you're not getting any penalties.
The hatches are open.
Yeah, I agree on that one too, Kira, because that was another talking point I wanted to mention too. I get why we're going back to the first game's plot again, but this is, as you say, the 5th time we're retelling the story. 4th if you don't want to count Star Fox 64 because it was a remake of a game that was already out. But still, we can't keep on doing the same story every time. People are legit sick of the first game's story now. So I can see this being the last time that Star Fox can technically reboot with the first game's plot being retold, since at this stage no one else is just going to bother with a title if it's going to be constantly being retold. I gotta start taking out the hatches. The further away the ship gets, the more likely you are going to be failing the mission. And also, it's 150. If I now am remembering this correctly, because I thought it was 100, not even that.
All units report. The hatches are open.
No, I missed. I am not taking out all the hatches. I'm still going to take out a decent amount. There it is. Alright, now I can finish. This is so tedious for a medal. You can just see how drawn out this mission is. But now we can finish, so it's not terrible anymore.
Hey, see if I help you again. There's some sort of energy reaction. The core has appeared. Stand by to attack.
There we go. Kind of flying into the ship a little bit, which wasn't great for my wing health. I didn't break them. That's the important part. It's highlighting the difference in Fergie designs between East and West. I have seen some of the comparisons, at least in terms of advertisement shots. And yeah, there's a little bit of a difference between certain things. Like, I know they announced some plushes for sale, which are all cartoony. And then you got the hyper-realistic look of the remake clashing with the art style in the same promotion art. It's funny. Again, I think they're gonna take some time to grow on me because I'm not the biggest fan of the new models. Starwolf looks really good. I will say that. They actually do kind of benefit from the redesign. But the main cast is like that. I don't know, man. I think I'll just need to see more. That's just how I feel right now. I need to see more. Right, we're not going there. Solar is literally the worst level in the game. Try to avoid it at all costs because it is too dangerous, so I am leaving for Sector X.
I'll check it out.
This is another level you don't want to go to the ending for the boss, and because I did Katina first, I should have a friend join me later on, which will help me get the warp. So that's going to be important.
Let's take out that weapon, boys. Let's have a little fun.
I think I just shot Falco a little bit there. Oops. That will happen. You do shoot your teammates by accident a lot of the time. So just fly in front of your ship, which is really annoying. I hope they tweak the AI of your fellow crew members a little bit in the remake so they don't fly into your ship as much. They changed almost nothing about that stuff in 64 3D, because 64 3D was really just like Ocarina 3D. More of like a strict port job of the original game, but with a new coat of paint on top of it. So, all the problems that you had in the original Star Fox 64 were also in 3D. Just shot right through that wall. Okay.
Somebody feed us here. It's all gone. What the heck is that? They're on me! I'm getting careless!
Really wish I had more bombs. I probably shouldn't have used some near the end of the Katina mission, because that's why I'm out. Would have been probably beneficial to save that last bomb. Alright, never go right. You want to go left here if you want to take the warp.
I can't wait to see this secret weapon!
Well, don't worry, Falco. You won't. We're not going to the weapon. Nothing remarkable anyways. You're not missing much.
I found the gate! Looks like a warp! I'm gonna open the gate. Back me up. Bill, you're okay. Of course, I'm here to help.
That's such a weird comment, by the way. Bill, you're okay. Fox, we just saw each other 5 minutes ago. Why do you think I'm not okay?
Something's not right.
Like, he left Katina perfectly fine. No matter if you fail the mission or you succeed, he doesn't get hurt. So that comment from Fox, I always wondered, what's the context there?
Just one more. Hurry up or you're toast.
Thank you, Bill. Just those little extra shots here and there makes this so much easier. Oh, I can barely see these creatures here. They kind of blend in with the background more than normal. I don't know if that's the graphic mod I'm using or just something about the lighting in the PC port that's a little different. But these things are really hard to see. Thought I was gonna lose a wing there for a second. These things are pretty bad about keeping wings. It's like, I'm not gonna be lying here. You're probably gonna lose a wing here. First time going through this specific warp. Because these walls, they do a lot of damage to your ship. Half the time, I swear, they are a one-shot to your wings, if you're not careful. Alright, we got the metal at least here, so that's cool. Okay, I don't know where my charge shot went there. It just did not go out. So that was a little problematic, but I still got the points. That's all that matters. I'm out of there. All in one piece. Hey Jared, how you doing? Do I change my route? Because I kind of want to go through the level Venom. Because I'm going to play this again. I'm not just doing one route and then, you know, calling it quits. I'm jumping around a lot because I'm trying to get a lot of the point opportunities. If I go here, that can only lead me on easy path. I remember this level being kind of a pain. Sector Z, though, is also kind of a pain to get metal. And I don't have Cat. Cat makes this easier. But don't get Cat, you have to go through Zonus. I'm still going to try it. Because I also wanted to see that one fix that Starship does for this level. I don't know what actors I never got to see before, but I'm going to see 2 extra boxes. It's going to be such a big deal. Your layoff happens, so you can relax for a bit. I don't think I've heard of many people that have been excited for a layoff. I don't know if I should say sorry to hear that, or congrats. Either way, it's good to hear you're having some downtime for yourself now for that reason. But hopefully you can still get work when you need work, if that makes sense.
Nice. Well.
This is gonna be interesting. I don't think I'm getting metal here. This is definitely the level that I remember years ago when I did the Let's Play on the YouTube channel. I reset here a lot to get the metal. I had so many problems trying to maximize score that I kept on failing at the finish line. It was either I didn't have enough points or the missiles by the end were too close to my ship and I just lost. Falco's in trouble. He's not telling me because that's just how Falco is.
Gee, I've been saved by Fox. How swell.
Using radar here is really key, so I gotta pay attention to where these ships are. Let me go through now. Nothing's here, so I might as well go through the ship. That gave me, I believe, a laser. That or like a health fill, which doesn't matter. You've been legit non-stop since February, 12 hours a day? Jeez, man. And you've been everywhere, too. Yeah, I can see why you're excited for the downtime. Because that's a lot of running. Especially if you're traveling state to state.
Here it comes. There's one down. Missile approaching. Distance 50.
Look at this one guy over here. More should be spawning soon.
Time for a little payback.
I need to also get these missiles. This is another thing I hate about this level. Your allies can snipe destroying those missiles, which could help you in a pinch, but they take away the +10 scores. Those are pretty much required to get medal on this stage. If you don't get the plus scores, you're just not getting a medal.
Missile 2 and 3 approaching.
Hence why, again, I had to reset on this stage a lot years ago when I made the playthrough on the YouTube channel, because this stage was definitely a reset point.
Fox, get this guy off me!
Take care of the guy behind me, Fox.
I'm heading.
Missile approaching. Distance.
Happy, there's no one on you. Why are you complaining?
Take care of the guy behind me, Fox.
Now there's someone there.
Down.
Oh, come on. Why is Falco over there?
Not getting away.
See, that's what I was talking about. I just got my missiles sniped by Falco. So I lost my point opportunity. That's 10 less points now. That can just happen. And he didn't say he was going over to the missile. I thought he was being chased. And now he is, so his AI now is getting punished.
Your father helped me like that too.
Dude, I'm trying to get to you, but you keep on flying away. Can you stop that, Falco?
Missiles 4, 5, and 6 approaching.
I'm heading for the missile now.
I just destroyed that guy and I got no points for it. That's fun. I think the score on this is 100, so I'm not getting it. I just have to go for it and see what happens. My AIs have definitely sniped some missile opportunities. I swear, if I'm off by 10 points, I am blaming that on Falco. Because I would have had it if he didn't snipe my missile. I'm looking that up just as I wait. Okay, I think this is a reputable source. Nope, it has nothing. It just tells you how to get medals.
Okay.
That's worthless.
Gray Fox is okay. That was a close call. We've got the bad guys on the run.
Don't worry. Whippy's here.
This is not the right route. Here we go. Sector Y? No. Just give me Sector Y. Oh, no, I was nowhere near. It's 150. Yeah, no, I remember this one being a pain because of enemy spawns, too. Legitimately, to get this one, you're grinding that level out for a while. Don't be shocked if you don't get a middle there. For a very, very long time. Alright, we're changing course. I'm gonna do easy path, the start.
If you destroy the satellite, we can go straight for Venom. Be careful, Fox.
I'm on it.
Good luck.
Back is finally unwinding. Crazy what concrete floors can do to you. I can only imagine, yeah. I have family that do a lot of construction jobs, and I hear it from them all the time saying how hard just that kind of line of work can be in general. So I get what you're saying when you talk about the back and concrete. I don't know how a somersault got inputted out of that. That was interesting.
I'll cover you, Fox. Time for a little payback.
Your carcass is mine.
I won't let you get away from me.
Some extra points here and there, why not? Before the actual threat appears. Actually, now thinking about it,
Those ships are shielded too.
that won't happen. Because of the route I took, Starwolf would appear here
The force
if
field is
you fought them
disappearing.
earlier on your adventure. So I'm not going to see them. This route
Like we've got
doesn't
company.
even fight Starwolf at all. They're a no-show. It's funny how big of a threat they're supposed to be in the story, but if you play your cards right, you can go a path like this, and your rival team never shows up at all. So much for being the big threat to Star Fox. Oh no, that is this route. I thought you had to fight them back in Fortuna. I guess not.
Talk to you for a while. That screamed real good before he died. You'll be sorry you crossed us. Just what I need to see. Star Wars.
I didn't think they showed up now. I thought you had to fight them earlier, but maybe it's the other way around, because I'm misremembering.
Gee, I've been saved by Fox. How swell.
Oh, I don't have any bombs.
That was
I tried to bomb the core, and I don't have a single one to use.
Yours as good as mine.
That's actually kind of bad, because going into the next level is going to be really hard without a bomb.
Hey, Einstein, I'm on your... Location confirmed. Sending supplies. Destroy the satellite core! That be happening!
Fox, get this guy off.
Don't want to destroy too many of those core pieces. I don't want the mission to end immediately here. So did one of them die? Because I'm only seeing 2 Starwolf members. I only shot down 1. That's kind of weird. Maybe I did shoot the other one down, I just didn't get the dialogue.
Get away from me!
That can happen.
5 billion loaded ones!
Fox, get this guy off me.
I should help Slippy. Because I don't need him screaming that help me thing in my ear a lot. Yeah, case in point.
Oh no!
Okay, dude, are you serious? You're fine. You're fine. There's like one guy on you. You'll be fine.
Destroy the satellite core!
Alright, where's the last Star Wolf member? I don't know who it is. Is it Wolf?
I won't let you get away from me! Uncle Leonard!
No, it was Andrew.
I got one!
There's one
We'll definitely make up for not getting medal in the last stage in spades.
That easy.
Now, where's the last core piece? There it is. Just in time. I was losing health. Alright, last stage, but I will say, going through Venom on easy is not easy at all. It is a very difficult stage to get the medal on. Because if you're getting the medal, you don't do it here. The planet also looks really weird in this because of the green hue. But it's more faithful to how it's supposed to look. I'm just not used to seeing that on the N64 version. Like, it's very green. Hey, Blue Cat, how you doing? Watching Mario Galaxy movie, it's awesome. It's good to hear. I'm still waiting for that on streaming services. I heard that they were talking about it could come out soon, and then it got a delay, which, how you delay a thing without an official date?
Not done yet.
I don't know.
Time to show the monkeys who's boss. They're everywhere. These guys just keep coming. Don't go dying on me.
Don't need the lasers. We're good on that.
Brace yourself.
So we're having bombs would have been real ideal.
You'll be sorry, Tom.
I'll take the left.
Follow Peppy. He always takes me on a path of more enemies.
You've got an enemy on your tail.
This is another stage I remember when I did that playthrough a few years ago. This was another one that was really hard for me to get the medal, because I wanted to get the medal on both versions of Venom. And getting it on this one is not an easy task. It's barely possible to get the medal on this stage, it feels like, based on how enemy patterns go. If you're not doing the charge shot thing, you're just not getting it. Sorry, I need the charge my shot.
Watch out, Fox.
I don't know if we're gonna get it. It's like 200 points to get medal on this stage.
You okay?
Which is why it's so much easier to do that on the other version of Venom, because Star Wolf gives you like plus 50s. That just guarantees the medal.
This brings back memories of your dad.
I don't think I got enough. Oh wow, Angels looks so threatening in that picture. Again, say what you will about Star Fox Zero gameplay-wise, but you have to admit, the character designs in that are really good. And using that for a basis for this specific game for a mod, it looks actually nice at home. See, like, these are the characters I always kind of preferred. I liked the Zero designs for a lot of the characters because it was a nice mix between cartoony, but also realistic in some ways.
What's going on? He's running away.
Stay alert. Don't get too close, Fox.
Not worried about that. I'm good. Getting close is actually good for me.
Data analysis complete. Here it comes.
Never give up.
Okay, yep, alright, yep, that's gonna do a lot. We're good, though. I was a little worried about losing a wing there, which I would have gotten it back here soon, but I would have lost my lasers. Don't want to lose my lasers. That's kind of the big selling point for me. I haven't lost them at all. Since I got them back in Corneria, I've kept them. That's the strategy, 1 points.
I've been waiting for you, Star Fox.
Well, my last opportunity is to get a lot of points. Because the boss, I don't know, gives me any more than plus 10? Can't remember if you give me a plus 20. Oop, well, I kind of whiffed that. That's what I was trying to do.
It's foolish to come against me. Die just like your father.
Alright, that's it, though. I can't do anything else. So I think I'm going to be off by like 5 points then. Ooh, the background looks very trippy with this texture pack. Here, let me get your eye. Let me get the eye again. You don't need to see. What's vision for hyper laser spam? Easy. What does Melee Fox have to say about that? Just a hi-ya. That's about it. Playing Melee, you know. That's all you ever hear when you play as this character. I was worried if I couldn't button mash on this controller because it's a smaller A button than I'm used to, but no problems.
Fox, are you okay?
Yes! You did it!
Okay, I'll admit it. You did good, Fox.
Alright, so what is my points in the end here? What do we got? 85. He doesn't give you a bonus, so I was off by 15 anyways. There's nothing you can do in that situation. You have to get the points before going into Andross's lair. Once you're into that tunnel, you really only have a few point opportunities left. That's why if you're getting the medal, go the hard route, because the hard route's the only real way you're guaranteeing it because of the Star Wars fight in the beginning. But yeah, that wasn't the real ending. It's the false ending. There's 2 different paths you take on Venom, and it gives you 2 different Andross fights. I guess I need a booster seat because they can't see my face in the cockpit. I just see my head and the ears. These ships are a little too big. We all need booster seats. How are we seeing out these windows? Get Melee Fox saying A20XX. Not wrong. Also, I guess because I have the controller on standby, it's not doing anything. Melee Fox only just says... Because that's all you hear in a Melee tournament. You just hear the sticks clacking. Just nothing but sticks clacking. Oh, and I guess the triggers, because of the shields. That's all you ever hear. Fox mains be like, and you just hear those sounds. Oh, this is weird. This is not a proper 4:3 ratio, but the ship kind of got cut off there. It's like a middle ground, maybe like a 3:2, which is like Game Boy Advance. That is a weird aspect ratio for this. Because this is supposed to be 4:3, that's what the original game was. Ship for Arcanian just gives you whatever resolution your monitor supports. So in this case, it's 4:3 in this kind of cutscene because it wasn't rendered right, but the rest of the game is 16:9. Because my monitor is 16:9. Probably a good time for that ad break to start on Twitch here soon, because we got the credits here for a bit. I'm gonna just let them play out, because if the ad breaks happen, that's perfect timing for it. And then it'll be good for an hour. The lighting here is kind of weird. I don't think I like the lighting in this cutscene, because the ship, I can't make out any detail. Like, at all. A little too dark. Yeah, man, the Fox and Falco model looks super stiff. The N64 ones look stiff normally, but these guys look like They just have no muscles at all. They just look like dolls being pushed around.
Star Fox, we are in your debt. I would be honored to have you as part of the Cornerian.
Oh, no, sir. We prefer doing things our own way.
Great Fox is ready to go.
It's time for us to go now.
At least the speech pattern is pretty much exact how it is in the N64 game. Okay, that's messed up. Shadow effects don't work correctly with the Fox and Falco mod, I can tell that much. But even Peppy and Slippery's shadow are a little messed up. Like a weird stretched look. Can't stop looking at their shadows. Fox and Falco are just the model again, but stretched. Now you do a shadow effect. Yeah, this version runs smooth though, like in general. If you're gonna play the game nowadays, PC version is the way to go, whether it be recomp or decomp. I say that about a lot of games nowadays, because so many have them. We're gonna play one later this week, but one just came out that I've been looking forward to now for the past couple months. The Twilight Princess Decompile project finished up not too long ago, and because of that, we got a PC port of that game, so that's just another one that just added to the decomp/recomp port list. There's a lot of retro games that now have unofficial ports, and it's fantastic. Just right now, it's a great time to be a retro gamer, in my opinion, because you have so many outlets to play your old games. Emulation's a lot better than what it used to be, too, so if you're not a fan of the ports, emulators have gotten way better, so that's another outlet. I've had my fair share of complaints over the years with emulation, because half the time, a lot of emulators just don't really work that well, in my honest opinion. So I'm glad for these unofficial ports. They have fixed a lot of complaints I've had, in terms of performance, stability, and even just feature-rich sets. Still see the ship in the distance because of this higher render quality. You shouldn't be able to see it by now. It should just be like small pixels you can't even make out. You can just barely see him in the distance on that sun. I can still see him through Andross's fake face. That's kind of funny. And so 1262 is a pretty good score. Now, this is from a download file, so these high scores aren't going to be accurate. I just want a file that had expert mode unlocked, so I can just play through that. So the name, don't worry about that. That's just the default name from this file. How in the world? You can tell there's some weird hacking going on with this file, because how's the high score on first place lower than second place? That's not how score works. So yeah, you can tell this was not made legitimately. But again, I just wanted a save that had expert mode unlocked, so I just downloaded something. Speaking of which, we're going to the hard path. In particular, we're gonna do it via expert mode. So for those of you who haven't played expert mode in this game before, it is very punishing. Because in order to make it through expert mode in one piece, now you gotta worry about your wings, as any little thing tapping your wing will count as being an instant destruction for it. And if you lose your wings, that's how you lose your lasers, so be extremely careful how you fly now.
Thanks, Fox.
But there is one attention to detail that is updated here, and I'm wondering if we're going to see it in a second. Oh yeah, there we go. Now they're using James McCloud character animation there. So Fox actually gets sunglasses on his portrait in expert mode. That's what that's about. It's implied that you're basically playing as James McCloud, even though it's just Fox with sunglasses. One nice thing about expert mode in particular, though, is you have a lot more enemy score to work with because there's so many more enemies in the stages. So you're gonna get a lot more points here on average, just because there's more things to shoot. Now keep in mind though, if you're a completionist, want to do everything in a game, this does have its own set of medals. So even though you might think this will make it easier for you to unlock medals, it doesn't matter, because one, you need all the medals to unlock this. It's the only way to play expert mode. And number two, it has its own set, as I mentioned before, so you're starting from scratch here, getting medals. But again, it's a little bit easier, I think, to get medals here, just to be careful with damage output to your R-Wing. But there's so many more enemies in the stages, I already have the medal here. We're not even at the boss fight yet. That's just how much easier they made it on score. Some items are changed too. Oh crap, there goes my wing. See, this is what I was talking about before. Any little hit, and my wings get destroyed. I barely tapped the side of a rock, and now I am lopsided without my hyper lasers. So I do a little bit less damage on average. And because I'm going the hard route, I can't get that wing repair, because it's on a different path.
Time for a little payback.
Thankfully, there's one here.
Gotcha.
Definitely wanted to get the laser here to fix my mistake from earlier.
Incoming enemy from the rear. Drop altitude.
Enemy shield analyzed.
Yeah, I'm glad I picked a title like this to kind of just come back after a couple weeks. I wasn't expecting to not stream for a couple weeks, but there was a lot of stuff that happened in April, kept me very, very busy, so that's one reason. But there's some other stuff too, to be fair. Hey Ethan, how you doing? I think I'll talk about some of the more reasons after I'm not button mashing, because it'd probably be easier for conversation when I'm not focusing on doing 100 presses a second here. There we go. Not as easy to kill this guy fast like that with just dual lasers. A lot more mashing. Oh my god, the lag. Why is that so slow? Like there's an extra 5 explosions in there. Jeez.
We're heading out. All aircraft report.
You did it!
Doing good, how about you?
Worried for a moment.
I'm doing alright, you know, getting by, I'll say, because it's been a year of all times I started the stream with.
You okay over there,
I will say, I was kind of debating about doing the stream tonight, because I've just been in a rut. I will just admit that. I've 100% been in a rut. And I'm trying to get my way out of it. It's just been a lot of stuff happening all at once. I had a moment of a breather. I had family visit in April, someone I haven't seen in a few years, and it was a really nice visit. But then as soon as they left, then all the crap hit the fan again. So it's like, I see I need another mental recharge, because immediately I'm back to square one. It's definitely been a year.
Help us out here. I'm on my way.
I am kind of glad I just said, let's just try this anyways, because I was even getting asked by a lot of different people, like, would you want to do a stream again soon enough? It's been a bit. I think that would help you, but it's like, I just haven't felt it. I've been doing a lot more personal gaming on my own time now, to be fair, so it's kind of helped. Like, what have I beaten since the last time we streamed? I can't remember. I'll have to look in a moment because of new level.
Let's back up the squadron. Somebody's gonna pay for all this.
I want to be really careful here because these guys move in a very spaced out pattern, and that's where I can easily clip a wing.
Something's wrong. I don't see anything.
Good luck, Fox.
Thanks. I forgot how that message in particular was not helpful. Normally those messages are like, here, have an extra item, instead of, I'll help, or good luck.
Hold him,
Dude, this texture pack looks really good for this level. Like, the ship looks so much more detailed here.
Good job. Keep up the pace.
And then these ones look kind of goofy. I will say they are more detailed, but they're also a lot more red, and not in a good way. Oh, I can't remember where I'm supposed to go here. You got a fork in a road, and you want to go a specific path for more points. I don't remember if it's up or down. I think it's down?
I've got everything above.
That gives me nothing. Okay, I thought I was gonna get like a +1. Yeah, I'm not getting that much here, so maybe it was the upper path. It's hard to remember. A lot of this will be a lot of trial and error, to be fair. So when you're first playing, you're not gonna know the right path anyways in these levels, which I think it's very important to know that kind of thing now, because a lot of people are going to be experiencing this game for the first time when the remake comes out, if people haven't already been revisiting the game anyways, due to the announcement. Oh crap. The corpse hit me, of all things.
You're becoming a better pilot.
I don't know about that one, Peppy. I lost a wing because I got hit by a dead body. I don't know if I agree with being better pilot right now.
Location confirmed. Sending supplies.
Oh, I like how I didn't get the supply and I lost a wing from it. You can't even make that up.
Up ahead. Looks different.
That would have been maybe a bomb at most, so it would have been nice to have, but I'm kind of annoyed. But yeah, no, I do know about the remake. That's the whole reason why we're playing 64 in particular tonight. I was going to do it last week, but I just didn't feel like streaming again. That's the whole reason why I just did it now instead. But it's still topical.
Good job. Keep up the good work.
But yeah, I did kind of give my opinions a little bit on the game before. I will say, I think this is the last time they can do a retread of the original game's story again, because people are super tired of it, myself included. Star Fox 64 getting a remake? Yeah, it kind of needs it, kind of doesn't, if that makes sense. Like, the game graphically, yes, can really benefit, but gameplay-wise, I think this still holds up today, like, really well. Doesn't matter. I already lost a wing. I can only lose another one. Which, if I do, doesn't really do much.
I'm coming for you.
How did I not chip off the other wing? Again, how? Yeah, I think I needed to take the upper path. I was off by 8 points for the medal. But also, as soon as I lost my wing, I figured that's going to make this harder. So, also didn't expect to get it after losing a wing.
We're heading for Aquid. Report in.
Yeah, well, a new game in the series isn't a remake.
There you
Same.
go.
I do hope that this game performs well enough in Nintendo's eyes that they say, let's continue it from here and not reboot it again, because Star Fox Zero was the first game in a while, and they rebooted it because we haven't released a Star Fox game in many years, don't really know where to go from here, so let's try a reboot. And then the game flopped horribly. So remaking the game again kind of feels like we gotta introduce this to a new set of audience, and if it succeeds this time, we'll definitely be able to move on, I hope. But it was also, again, to me, it's like, I get it, but I, as a Star Fox fan, just want to see a new storyline. I know Command put them in a weird spot, because if they continued from Star Fox Command, there's like 50 different endings. I think just don't treat that canon, ignore it, and continue from Assault. If they do that, it'd be fine. If not, continue just from adventure and reboot from there. Even just continuing from this point and rebooting would be fine, but just don't keep on redoing the same story. This is the last time I think I can get away with it. After this, there's no way. Holy crap, I forgot how floaty this thing feels. Like when you push the analog direction, look at the momentum you still have when you move. It's a lot. But to be fair, I'm playing a version that has no lag at all, and that makes this level feel really weird. I remember that also being the case when I played this on the Wii U version as well, because the Wii U version had no lag either. And it really felt weird in some areas because of just how this level slogs normally. This is the laggiest stage in the game with all the particle effects.
Shoot a torpedo to help you see.
Also, get used to just spamming A and B in this level if you want to do anything. You're using torpedoes to not only see, but to do a lot more damage. So it's just a constant spam of 2 buttons. That's literally it. This is the whole level. I'll do this for like what feels like 10 minutes. I don't even think that's an exaggeration by the end, because the boss is a tedious one too.
Wow.
Yeah, I always felt the same way, Ethan. Like, getting a Star Fox game on Wii just kind of felt like a no-brainer with the pointer controls, but it just never happened. And from what I remember hearing, Star Fox 64 sold really well on Wii Virtual Console, so the interest was there. And that's at the time where Star Fox was still very popular. Not as popular as it used to be back in like the late 90s, but it was still popular enough because of how well the Command sold on DS. One nice thing I gotta give this level is that on expert mode, you don't lose wings, so it doesn't matter if you get hit at all by every little thing. You can survive as long as you get the health, you'll be fine. Checkpoint also refills you too, so that helps. Oh, I also forgot. Claw gripping for this stage is gonna be a mess.
Look out behind you!
You heard a lot of Star Fox talk at work. I guess a lot of the people you work with there, Jared, are pretty big on Star Fox, which I've heard so many people really excited with the announcement. Even though it was just another remake of 64, people are just excited to see the franchise come back in general. Again, I do feel like this is the last time they can do that, but just getting a new game in general, remake or not, is still really nice to see because at least this franchise has another chance. It's like F-Zero in a lot of ways. Star Fox is a game where they always feel like they don't know where to go after a few years, and Nintendo just kind of abandons it. But just like F-Zero a few years ago with the F-Zero 99 game, now the series is getting another chance at life. And unlike 99, I hope it doesn't stop there. To be fair, I hope 99 doesn't stop F-Zero's career either, but we haven't seen anything since then. These give me so many points. Just keep on shooting all the rocks. Wow, look at all the multiplier, all the fish that just got on my way. They gave me so many extra points. I wasn't expecting that. Or they end up cutting levels involving submarine when the remake will implement them. I wonder that too. I don't think so, because the remake on Switch 2 seems to be more of a beat-to-beat remake so far from what we've seen of the 64 game. Also, Blue Marine was like the most hated thing about 64. So I know in terms of the fan reception, a lot of people are not looking forward to seeing Blue and Green come back at all, let alone having more levels, if that's the case. If they had any more levels, I hope they're retooled, because they can easily do that now in a new game. But who knows? Again, that's why I was questioning before when they showed off some of the stuff in the beginning about James McCloud, if they're going to just make some gameplay stuff, because they have a lot of room to add in extra content for this remake, but we don't know if they're going to, based on what's been told to the fans already.
Fire a homing torpedo.
That's it, Spot! Go for the eyes!
Yeah, yeah.
You can shoot those little launchers on the side to get rid of the pearls, but there's no point, because they're very easy to destroy and also to dodge. So I'll just leave them. Nice timing on that shot. Got it out the second the eye opened.
We're preparing to dock.
They're mostly PC or PlayStation people, but there's some there Nintendo heads. That's fair. With how big Nintendo was in a lot of people's childhoods, people usually remember a lot of the games from the 90s and 2000s more than anything else, I feel.
Thanks a lot.
But even if they're still out of the loop on Nintendo, I hear people coming back from time to time. I get it. I'm getting more into PC stuff myself, not necessarily PlayStation, but that's just because of a lot of indie games now, mostly. Oh yeah, speaking of that, I was going to pull up that list before of things I've been beating during my downtime. Gotta pull up my list on the Blue Sky stuff, because I can just talk about it from here. Yeah, there we go, because there's a lot of other titles. Remember when people said that Zero killed the series, which held for 10 years, but now it's back from the grave. I do think a lot of that had to be Miyamoto kind of pushing for the series to come back. Because Star Fox being put in the Galaxy movie, that had nothing to do with Mario. But I think it's just because of how much Miyamoto likes the Star Fox franchise and its set of characters. He just wanted them to be put in the movie. And that sparked his interest in Star Fox again. He wanted to have a new game because of that interest. Like, this is just how it goes. That's the reason why we got Star Fox Zero to begin with. Miyamoto wanted to bring back Star Fox back in like 2016. Even that was like announced like, what, 2014? It was announced a few years before it came out. And it was all because Miyamoto liked the series and wanted to bring it back after a hiatus. It's the same MO now, 10 years later. The execution is different. It's going to be better because Zero was handed off to a third party. It wasn't done in-house. Miyamoto really wanted to push the gimmick of the motion control, so you had to play with the motion control and the gamepad, having the two different screens set up. He was adamant about it. Even though a lot of people didn't care for it during demos at like show floors, it didn't matter. So there's a whole different premise now in Star Fox, I feel. That's why I think this remake will do pretty well. I've already heard it's #1 selling in pretty much every storefront right now on the pre-order side. So you can tell people are excited because it's selling out pretty fast. At least physically. Was Star Fox an Illumination thing? I thought Miyamoto would be pushing it more than Illumination Studio, but yeah, we don't know 100% that's true if it's an alleged thing. So I guess mileage may vary on that. Check source. Trust me, bro, source maybe. Either way, I'm joking on that. If it was Illumination and not actually Miyamoto, I'd be shocked.
I hear you.
Watch out for the searchlight.
Let's take them all out.
Yeah, if you're going to pre-order Star Fox right now, I recommend pre-order it from either Amazon or Walmart, because Walmart started this trend where they're selling a lot of Switch 2 physical games at their eShop price. So Yoshi Mystery Book, whatever the full title's called, that's $10 off. Platoon Raiders $10 off, and now Star Fox $10 off. And Amazon's price matching Walmart on that. So they're doing the same $10 saving. So if you're going to pre-order these games, pre-order from one of the 2 storefronts, because you will get the physical for the same eShop cost. You might as well.
Closing in on them,
And I highly doubt they're going to be on sale. So get them for the discount during launch.
Cat, what are you doing here?
Is that any way to greet a girl?
Like how Kat's like, I'll help you on the left side, and then she just leaves immediately afterwards. She comes in and out on the stage. She's not here for the whole ride, but she starts out helping, then leaves, then comes back. It's like, Kat, can you just stick around for the whole trip? There she is. And now we gotta help her, so unfortunately... Oh, come on! How the dragon clipped me? I didn't think that was gonna hit. He popped up before I was expecting, so that's not me. You don't need hyper lasers to get the high scores in these levels. It just would make things easier. I almost missed that. Almost missed it again. So I was gonna risk my wings just to get the actual thing in question here.
Location confirmed. Sending supplies.
Please be a laser. Thank you. At least dual laser would be better than nothing.
You've got an enemy on your tail.
Dude. Didn't think that was gonna hit me direct. Thought I was gonna be able to dodge. I hear it, but I don't see the wing repair. That was kind of weird.
Here I go!
Enemy fighter spotted. Take him down.
Can I get out of drink? Not worried about the smart bombs in this level because there's gonna be a great refill source here soon enough.
Back off, Bob.
Dude, that knocked me away from my health.
Got company. Hey, Einstein. That was a close call, Fox.
Oh my god, I have no health.
Louise, what is
I'm gonna have to be careful now.
careful? It might be a trap.
Oh, there's the health. Force drops over there.
Disrespectful little whelp. I'll teach you some respect.
That's a weird looking wrecking ball anchor. What happened to the texture on that one? This mod did say it was a work in progress, but seriously? Like, what is that thing? I'll take the L on that one. I keep my score. Right? Yeah, okay, good. I keep my score from last checkpoint. That's probably for the better, given how terrible that was going near the end. I just have to redo stuff back up to that point, which is fine.
Location confirmed. Sending supplies.
Enemy tanker. You've got an enemy on your tail.
This time we're not even breaking because I don't trust that.
Here I go!
Enemy fighter spotted. Take him down.
Make way.
Holy crap, how'd I get the laser without losing my wing? I'm impressed by that. I should have lost my wing. Now we're decked out. You gotta admit, that was sick. I'll never do that in my life again. Both in terms of it's not happening, and I don't want to risk it next time.
Like we've got company. That was a close call, Fox. Jeez Louise, what is that? Be careful, it might be a trap.
Look at this. Now I get the help when I don't need it.
Disrespectful little whelp. I'll teach you some respect.
See what you're saying there, Blue Kaz. Why I thought the Star Fox thing was a Miyamoto idea to bring the series back, because it is a good advertisement showing Star Fox in a movie and then a month later announcing a brand new game. I thought that was 100% what they were going for. At least just on first impression, that's what it looked like.
Adjust 10 degrees right. Fire!
Those eyes look really weird in this too. I will say this boss looks a little funky with this mod pack. But again, it's a work in progress, so next time I play, it might be entirely different looking. I think this was not even 50% done, according to the Game Banana page.
All sections ready. Engage!
His armor's tough. Use bomb gladly.
There. Now he can't go underwater anymore. So he's going to try to salvage his pieces. Which thankfully, we can just get rid of the cannon. And get rid of the little, like, fishing rod anchor thing, whatever that would be. Get that out of here. And now give me my points back to metal. Yeah, dude, I feel the same how you were about that, Ethan, because when I was watching the Star Fox Direct, as someone who's waiting for the movie to come to streaming services, I haven't seen anything about it. I knew Fox is in the movie just because everybody was talking about it the second that poster was shared, like a month before it dropped. But I think what Nintendo did in the Direct was a very bad move, at least to me, because they show the entire Star Fox scene when they introduce Fox McCloud. So they introduced him, he gives his backstory and such. It's like a whole 3-minute scene from the movie, and it's all in that Star Fox Direct. No spoiler warning, it just pops up. I didn't like that, personally. I thought that was a little much. They didn't need to do that, but they did it anyways. So I wasn't a fan of that, so I got spoiled in that scene just by watching a game announcement.
So you're
But that's dumb.
attack the enemy base? Great.
If you're gonna watch the Star Fox Direct, skip a couple minutes in if you don't want to see the scene, because it happens pretty much right in the very first, like, 5 minutes. But a lot of people got blindsided with that, which I also heard a lot of people who were making reaction videos to the Direct got hit with some copyright claims because of that stupid video piece. So that was fun.
I spot the train. I'm taking it out.
Here come the little hyenas now. Here you go.
Nice. Give me those points. The one thing annoying that's the case with this specific contraption is that you have to hold down both the Z and R button to do the non-lock-on shot, which unfortunately is your hovering move on this little tank. So that's great. Why is our icon so blue in this? That's another thing I think that needs to be tweaked for the next version of this mod, because it almost looks like Falco's icon. I don't remember Cat's icon even being blue. It was like pink. Oh, that was a wasted smart bomb.
How's the Landmaster, Fox?
I think this controls better in Assault. I think it just helps that it has, you know, both 3D movement in a game like that. That's just how I feel personally. One thing I wish I was able to find, though, for this stream tonight was the uncompressed audio for these characters. Because that leaked a few years ago, I believe from the big Giga leak that happened. Where a lot of Nintendo game information was shared out in this massive leak. And the Star Fox 64 voice lines were one of the things in that leak. But no one's really made a mod of the uncompressed voices for Star Fox 64, I think because of legal reasons. A lot of people just don't want to deal with the legal blowback on that one, because you're probably going to get a cease and desist right from Nintendo. Like, immediately. Dude. I'm wasting my shots. There we go. That needed to be destroyed. That wasn't even just I want it gone thing for points. It was in my way.
bunker on the right side. Hey, switch ahead. Shoot the 8 switches to open the lock.
Alright, here we go. Here comes the big gimmick of this level's ending, which is actually much easier now that we have Cat with us, because she'll hit some of the switches.
I've got the left. You take the right, hon.
Location confirmed.
Cat, you just said you got the left and you missed switch 3. That's why I don't trust her. She's not great at her job. Bill did a much better job helping us with the warp back in Sector X, while Cat's is like missing half of the objective. Alright, she at least hit switch 5.
Enemy field analyzed.
I'm here to rescue you.
I don't need rescuing, thanks, buddy.
Okay, now shoot the switcher.
Alright, GG's. That's it, you skip the boss fight, and it's very beneficial for medal purposes, because this is going to give you a plus 50. So not only do we skip a long boss fight, but we get a bigger score doing the shortcut than we would just beating the boss.
Okay, stop it!
I love defeating the boss this way, 'cause it's just funny. He's all threatening. He's like, ah, that's it. I'm going to show these Star Fox punks who's meaning business. And then we just immediately flip like 8 switches to change the lane. And he immediately gets wrecked. He doesn't even have a chance to fight us. The most he does in the fight is just drop some weapons around the field. That's it. It didn't even matter.
See the look on their stupid faces.
This is the only level we're doing with Landmaster in this path, so that works out too. Because I don't really care for Landmaster too much. It's alright, but
You're
R-Wing's the way to
pretty
go
good,
for me.
Tiger. See you again.
Now it's our turn to kick some tail.
I will say, of all the lines, Cat does seem like she has the most compression. Because you listen to her voice lines in the uncompressed files, and it's just so much better. Cat with the compression sounds like she's talking through her hand. It's very muffled. Yeah, we don't know when that movie's supposed to come out on Blu-ray or streaming, because again, I heard that there was a delay on that, but they didn't really mention from when and for how long. on when the movie's coming out on streaming or even like a physical release. So I was like, I don't know. I expect by summer Mario Galaxy movie's gonna be in
It's almost
streaming
over.
hands, at
We're
least.
in your debt. Come back in one piece, Fox.
Will do, General.
Good luck.
Came in here. No problems.
I love how fast they're gonna flip flop.
Copy. Emergency
Wait. Oh crap. Hang on, I gotta call back my boss. I know I just said there were no problems. There are now problems. It just happens so fast. He wasn't expecting it.
Entering Venom Air Defense Zone. Everybody stay alert.
This is a much better way of entering Venom, by the way. In more ways than one, both in terms of the point opportunities, the gameplay-wise. In some ways, I almost find it easier than Bows.
Einstein, I'm on your
Does that make sense? Or Bowls, however you actually say that level.
Behind me. Am I getting slow?
I just think it's much more fun.
Let's clean up this mess.
This is not gonna be an easy level for me because I'm in expert mode, so don't take the easy thing by heart. But it's definitely gonna be easier for me to get the medal if I keep on doing things like this.
Hold still and let me shoot you.
Just keep on shooting. I didn't mean to do that! Ah, I got the accidental somersault, which can just happen in this game. That's unfortunate because I just lost my lasers. And that was a laser upgrade too that I fixed my ship with. I can't fight that.
Coming enemy missile!
Shoot him down. We're being marked.
Yeah, shoot him down with a pea shooter. Okay, well, they didn't get them all.
Did we get him?
Not yet, sir. They're on me. I'm getting careless. What's taking you so long, Fox?
I have no lasers. That's what's taking me so long, Peppy. Ah, I knew that was happening. As soon as I lost my hypers, this is such a bad stage not to have at least dual laser. Because it is so hard with single laser to make it through here.
Venom Air Defense Zone.
One thing I don't like about the stage in expert.
Everybody stay alert.
Face lines ahead!
Dude. Well, because of that, I'm just gonna reset now. That's way easier.
Entering Venom Air Defense Zone. Everybody stay alert.
See, I can't even destroy the first UFO ship without my hypers. Such a big downgrade not to have them right now.
Bogey behind me. Am I getting slow? Let's clean up this mess.
How do I only hit one of those?
Knock it off, Fox. I guess you're good for something.
That was a bomb. I need those dual lasers at least. I'm gonna do another reset. Resets don't count towards anything, so doing that multiple times is fine. As long as I have the lives to spare, I'm
Entering
good.
Venom Air Defense Zone. Everybody stay alert.
Are you kidding? I got love tapped. Yeah, going from theater to home release, I would say on average it's usually been about 3 months. It depends on the movie, and I think Nintendo just sees how much it's making in the theaters, and they're wanting to delay the home release because it's making so much money. So why put it at home? It gives people less of a reason to go to the theater. We'll get more money from the box office than we will on the streaming front, or even Blu-ray releases. So that's 100% why it's not coming to the home screen anytime soon.
Time for. I guess you're good
There we
for
go.
something.
Give me my hypers.
Great Fox will cover you.
See how much more damage I'm doing with the hypers?
Enemy missile!
Shoot them down. We're being marked.
That's like a pixel of health.
Did we get him?
Not yet, sir. They're on me. I'm getting careless.
What? The explosion from the missile. I'm like, what hit me? It took me a minute to realize. My finger's also getting tired because this is a master's level, that's for sure. If you want a high score here, you're just firing as fast as possible, which is nothing but button mashing.
Everybody stay alert.
Baseline's ahead!
Bogey behind me. Am I getting slow? Let's clean up this mess.
Okay, why? Why was that too low? Normally the powers kind of shift up a little bit so you can grab them if that happens. That's a failsafe. But it was too low, that didn't even work.
Entering Venom Air Defense Zone. Everybody stay alert.
That was a laser. You can get a laser immediately. That will fix so many problems. I'm doing that. I'm just gonna use a bomb right here then. I forgot this is a laser drop instantly.
Everybody stay
That
alert.
fixes so much.
Baseline's ahead!
Not all the button mashing nearly as much, just to do any damage.
Bogey behind me. Am I getting slow? Let's clean up this mess.
I am losing wings left and right just from random things. That ship falling down was why I just lost them now. I'm getting really screwed by Area 6.
Entering Venom Air Defense Zone. Everybody stay alert.
It just really goes to the point of what I mentioned before of how hard this level can be.
Bogey behind me. Am I getting slow? Let's clean up this mess.
Okay, got it.
Time for a little payback. I guess you're good for something.
Give me the health.
Great Fox will cover you.
Incoming enemy missile!
Shoot them down. We're being marked.
There. No more missiles. We're good. No, it's alright, man. I understand that.
Not yet, sir. They're on me.
But yeah, no. You have a good rest of your night, though, if that's the case. Oh my god.
What's taking you so long, Fox?
Don't worry about it. You'll be fine, Peppy. I died in front of a health drop. That is so mean. I'm spinning around so I can deflect lasers and everything. So that just shows I need health. I keep those rings though on resets. That's the nice thing. So I have one extra gold ring.
Everybody stay alert.
Baseline's ahead!
Bogey behind me. Am I getting slow? Hey, Einstein, I'm on your side.
I missed it. I can still get a hyper laser. I'm gonna have to skip one of the health drops now because of that.
Time Time for a little payback. I guess you're good for something.
Gray Fox will cover you.
Incoming enemy missile!
Shoot him down. We're being marked.
Unfortunately, to get the missiles, I had to miss the health. It's a catch-22 because I healed and I would have lost more health by getting the health drops.
Did we get him?
Not yet, sir. They're on me. I'm getting careless. What's taking you so long, Fox? Ah, son of James McCloud.
Those tin cans are no mess for me.
Ooh.
You can never.
Health. That really helped.
I'll make those fools pay.
Alright, at least I got their checkpoint now, so no matter what happens, I will start from here.
Line. We're gonna break through that fleet. Step through the second line!
No, I hit the side of the ship. I'm going to keep those hypers because this boss is going to be pretty difficult without them. At least give me the wing repair.
Venom's right there! Hey, what? Woo!
Location confirmed. Sending supply.
At least I get double because of Rob's help. That's going to help actually quite a lot. And they're gone. That's about right. I think I got medal score though, because 298, it's 300 if I'm remembering correctly. So just by killing this boss, I should be good on score.
Different.
Christ! We were so close to Venom.
Movies are on TV thanks to Google TV. Wait, the Galaxy movie already released on like Google's front? That's kind of weird. 'Cause I haven't heard on any other service or like even on a news front. If that's the case, then I guess that's a little bit earlier than I was expecting. Oh, there goes my other wing. I cannot dodge to save my life, quite literally.
Hold together.
Because I don't have extra laser power, I am doing a lot less damage to this guy, which is not helping. Oh yeah, I gotta shoot. I almost forgot. I'm thinking it's a different phase for some reason. That's why I'm gonna lose all my health.
Hold together.
I'd like to see you out here, Falco, with no wings.
Yeah! It's working!
I don't know why I'm not getting the health bar yet, Slippy. Like, get on your job. Come on, man.
Shoot the tentacles to open the core!
He does eventually give you a health bar, but it takes a while. It's like a majority of the fight, you get no health bar. It's once you get rid of his laser balls like 3 times in a row, then you finally get one.
What's the big idea?
Oh, how'd that clip me? I There we go. I would love another ring drop from one of your missiles.
You're not leaving yet. Destroy all 3 energy balls.
Yeah, yeah.
Never give up. Trust your instincts.
Alright, there we go. So now he's going to keep that hatch open the next time it opens up, but I got to be careful here. He's about ready to do a laser attack. Not over yet.
Watch out, Fox.
Just keep on going back and forth, left and right, up and down. This laser is not much of a threat if you constantly move. It's that first piece that's dangerous, and I didn't get hit. That's the part you gotta really be careful on. Alright, come on, come on, come on. There you go. Now I can just attack the core. Now the health bar actually matters. And done. Oh, man. Hit +2? It took that long. I got 2 points. Whoop-de-doo. Well, I think that's still enough for the medal anyways. I just find that funny. This will tell me for sure if I got it. I see a 300. 301, we got it. I have like no health though. I think I want to do a reboot. Immediately landing into the next level. Because I lose the health bar anyways. So I'll be back to half health. I don't think I'm getting metal here because I need hyper lasers to do a lot of damage. But we'll see how fast we can kill the Star Wolf team. Oh no, I get the health back. Never mind. It's my crew that don't. Alright, skip the cutscene so we can immediately do damage to Star Wolf.
See how you handle our new ships.
Too bad Dad's not here to see you fail. We'll make sure you never reach Android.
We'll just see about that, Star Wolf.
Get away from me, Wolf.
You guys don't give up.
Even at the laser upgrade, I can still do a lot of damage by just mashing.
The party's just begun.
Fox, get this guy off me.
Take care of the guy behind me, Fox. Shoot! He's right behind you.
I've got a better ship. Location.
Oh, he shot me on the flip. That was a good shot.
Your father helped me like that too. You're not leaving yet.
I'll take care of you.
I can't shake this guy.
Fox, get this guy off me.
I won't let you get away from me. You're good, but I'm better.
Come on, Wolf, you're like so close. Alright, there's one. And that gave me almost a full refill in health.
You're not welcome here.
Did another flip. Didn't mean to do that, but that kind of worked out. Alright, there goes Wolf.
I don't believe it. I can't shake this guy.
I'll take care of you.
There we go. Another one down. Now do a U-turn.
There's one more to go.
He also did a U-turn too. Perfect.
Not yet.
Leon has so much health though. I wasn't doing any damage to him yet.
Not yet. The party's just begun. Not yet.
Got him.
Oh!
I can't get the health, but that's fine. Alright, it's been a bit. I'm just gonna look up the path really quick for this. Because I don't remember off memory here. Okay, I got it right here. So, I need lasers. Alright, I got it. This will be easy enough. So I go right here to start. We go left. That'll give me a laser upgrade. And from here, we go right. You get nothing, but it puts you back on another fork. Then from here,
It's foolish to come against me.
left. That'll give me a gold ring, which will give me a health extension.
Now,
Another left. Okay, making sure we go right from here. And then right one more time. And this is the jackpot room, because you get bomb, laser, and you get another gold ring if you didn't have enough yet. I kind of wish I had more bombs, but I needed the hyper lasers more than anything else. Well, I want at least one bomb. Because that will at least take care of Andros. Phase 1 done, now for Phase 2.
only I have the brains to rule Lilac.
See, that's what I heard too, Ethan, about the Mario movie thing. I thought it was only just the first movie that was on most services, including Google TV. But it might already have a listing up saying coming soon, if anything, on some services. I don't know. I haven't seen that. Oh, watch it. I need to hit the eyes first. Oh, I got them both in one shot. That was impressive. Now I can take out the brain. Which is not going to be the easiest to do. Because every time I get close, he's going to want to teleport away. I'm going to use that to my advantage so I can put him on a loop. Make him teleport away so I can get to a better spot so I can shoot the back. There's only one part of the brain that's weak. Hit the membrane on the bottom there. And just rinse and repeat until he's done. Don't get close to him, because if you get caught in the brain's tentacles, he will destroy your wings, and it does a lot of damage. But that one's smoother than I was expecting.
Don't ever give up, my son.
Oh, this is gonna be weird looking.
Father?
No, it's just you again. Because the mod uses the exact same portrait.
Follow me,
James
Father.
McCloud is helping James McCloud in this context, because the portraits are the same. When Fox is wearing the glasses, he does look slightly different in his portrait than James McCloud in the OG game. Not here. You don't have expert mode portrait like you do in Star Fox 64 in Star Fox Zero, so it has to use the James McCloud model for this mod. It's kind of comical. But yeah, it was a really clean Venom too, because I did take some damage here and there to start off, but it wasn't that bad, only having single lasers. And I also didn't take a single thing of... Okay, well, I was gonna say, I didn't take a single thing of damage to Andros, but I lost my wing on the ride out. So I guess we're just gonna leave without wings now, just because.
You've become so strong.
That was a mistake, but that's extremely ironic timing. I still didn't take any hits to Andros. That sentence is true. I didn't get to finish the thought, so it doesn't mean stage. That was just stupid timing. Holy crap. So I'm brand around here for something like that to happen. As soon as I mention a thing, it's gonna be the opposite.
That's our leader. What's wrong, Boss?
Is that still the Melee model, but just with sunglasses taped to his eyes? Because I think it is still the Melee model. Kind of comical looking at that, but It's just how it works. Alright, well that was Star Fox 64 on easy and hard mode, essentially. One standard playthrough in the main game, then one hard mode playthrough, for the most part, on expert mode. The only stage we deviated on the hard path was I went to the middle path for a brief moment, which was a fantastic call for points. But yeah, I'm going to use this opportunity to talk about the list before. So I've been, like I said, I haven't streamed for a few weeks. I've been using that time as a mental refresh, but that hasn't mean that I've been not doing some gaming on my own time. And I wanted to mention one of the things in general I played, because it's a callback to something we streamed a few months ago with Metroid Prime 4 Beyond, because I finally did finish that game. And yeah, I can kind of agree with a lot of the masses. Oh wow, that's some crunchy audio. I don't know why it does that sometimes on this PC version. I think it's the mods. Something about the mods. Yeah, because as soon as the different scene transitions, it's fine. That's weird. So ignore crunchy audio. That's just a thing. Sometimes that just happens with, I guess, the mod pack I'm using for graphics. It's just screwing up some of the internals of, I guess, how the game runs. Because I don't remember that happening on Vanilla 64 on Starship. But, you know, I want to give some context for what I'm going to talk about here, just for people who are unaware. Back in December, when Metroid Prime 4 first launched, we did a first impression stream. I played about the first 4-ish hours of the game, and got to see a majority of what the gameplay loop was about. The standard exploration stuff, and then the open world section. And I couldn't bring myself to finish the game, because I'm gonna be honest, I did not like its pacing at all. I thought it was a very slow-paced adventure for a lot of it, and then when it started to pick up, I wasn't caring for some of the other parts of it. And that's exactly what I pretty much posted on social. So if you want to see my thoughts on games, I mentioned it during that specific stream, First Impression. I post these on Blue Sky. I kind of give a little synopsis of whatever I'm playing on there, and I said if you want an update for Prime, check it out when I finally drop it. And it's exactly what you expect. I was kind of on the title. It was okay, but the open world was pretty bad. I did not care for that at all. The Green Crystal part is the worst collectathon of any Metroid Prime game, hands down. And I was so close to getting all the scans in the game, 88%, but I just couldn't bring myself to finish it, because I just didn't care. There was a lot of things I still had left over that weren't missable. I just moved on. I already pushed myself to get 100% in the title. I didn't want to do any more. That's the one I wanted to at least mention from my game list, because you want to see a full list of stuff. Again, I just recommend go look at the Blue Sky account, because I post about this stuff a lot. But I see where a lot of people were coming from. That was my least favorite of the 4 Prime games, by far. Not a title I can easily recommend to a lot of people, because it just drags, unfortunately. Which is a shame for how people were looking forward to that for like 8 years, myself included. And it just kind of went nowhere because of its pacing. We know the reason behind it now. Breath of the Wild was a big inspiration, and with all the work that was done, they couldn't really reverse course on the open world stuff, with how late in development it was. So it was a hard commit to just keep the world. That's why a lot of people aren't a fan of it, because it did kind of feel forced. And now we know from developer interviews it was kind of true, actually. I've played a lot of other games on my downtime besides finishing Prime 4. I've tried out Cavern of Dreams, which is an N64 inspired 3D platformer like with Banjo-Kazooie, Mario 64 and such. Luministic was another solid 3D platformer. Tried out Mini Shoot Adventure, which is a fun little twin-stick shooter, Zelda-style top-down game. It's a weird mix, but it really works, surprisingly. Here Comes Nico is like a nice little vibes game, just something to play, just to have a fun time. Cluster Truck was just a stupid game I remember playing for the Steam Deck review, and it was a fun time, but kind of janky. And finally, a game a lot of my friends were telling me over the years. Shoutouts to my friends Jared and Marley, because it was Croc Legend of Gabos. Both of you two gifted me copies over the years, and I finally sat down and played through the whole thing instead of like the first world. And it was interesting, I just didn't care for levels 3 and 4. Like, worlds 3 and 4 are just, eh. The rest of the game is solid, but halfway mark it was bad. At least for me, I didn't care for it. So I've been playing a lot of stuff in my own time, not streaming. And I think that's kind of helped get me out my funk. Because that's why we haven't been streaming too much these past few weeks. Just been going through so much, life's been hitting me hard. But I'm trying to get back on a regular schedule. At least doing 2 streams a week. I want to do that again. We're trying it this week, see where it goes from there. We're not done yet on the stream tonight. I just wanted to take that time to talk about stuff because of how long these credits are. It's like a good 5-minute scene. So, save that. That would be my actual rank first instead of whatever that hack score was from before. In terms of the run we did earlier, that was a 1262. This run, 1468. So over 200 points more. Definitely solid. Oh, I missed medals on 2 stages, funny enough. Alright, now I'm going to play the remainder levels we haven't played tonight. We're not going to do full runs anymore because there's no reason to. Thankfully, in the PC port here, Starship, we have developer cheats that we can use, so we can use level select here. I'm also going to do jump to map, so we can come back here if we need to. So with level select, I can now just pick whatever stage I want, and we can just play those. We don't have to actually do the routes in question. We can just jump around, which if you're playing Star Fox 64 3D, you unlock this after you beat the game as well. It's a level select for a high score run. And they also are bringing this back in Star Fox on the Switch too with its challenge mode. So, I'm going to play those levels we haven't played, which I think it's just these 2 at this point. Is it just Solar and Fortuna? No, we didn't do Titania as well. To do Titania, I think I do want to do the Sector X route to get to it, because it has story significance. So I think I'll just play Sector X again, just to showcase it. But let's start with Fortuna first.
Recover our base from the enemy army.
Roger, General.
Good luck.
Split up and take it to him.
Now this stage is not that difficult to go through. In fact, the metal's not terrible as well, but it's depending on how well you play if you're gonna get the metal knocks. I think, was it 50 or 100 points? It's kind of a low metal score if I remember that correctly. I don't remember the exact number, but I do remember this one being one of the easier stages in the game to get a medal. It makes sense, it's on the easy path. Easy path stages are usually going to have the easier medals.
Time for a little payback. Scratch one boat.
Yeah, these textures are really good, I will agree. And they're still a work in progress, so they are getting updated to this day. It's just hard for me to remember what it's called, because it's like abbreviated letters. It's not even like a proper abbreviation of a name. It's just a mixture of letters, so that's why it's hard for me to remember off the top of my head. In question, the thing was called LR2EB. That is why it's hard for me to remember the name, but that's the mod in question for the upscale textures on Starship. I'm experimenting with a lot of custom texture stuff as of late because of this, and then also the newly released PC port of Twilight Princess. I've also been experimenting with some custom textures there.
Can anyone take care of it? Let you do that,
Andros has ordered us to take you down.
There we go. That's a good chunk of damage to a lot of them. If you skip the cutscene any stage that has Star Wolf, you get so much damage off. It's highly recommended to never watch a Star Wolf cutscene because of that.
Star Wolf. Let's take care of these guys first. Hey, Einstein, I'm on you.
Uncle Andros! This can't be happening!
I can't believe I got the ring without taking damage there. That was impressive.
Take care of the guy.
Hey, he was mine!
Got him. And there we go. Medal. So I was right thinking this was 50. And again, one of the easiest medals in the game because of just how much damage you're doing here to Star Wolf, you can get a plus 10 on every single kill. That's 40 of the 50 points. And you need to kill at least 10 enemies in the beginning to trigger the Star Wolf flag. So it's very easy to get the medal here if you're fast. And just killing every enemy you see. Alright, so that was the first of like the 3 stages we didn't see. Now we can move on to our next one, which will be Solar. And that is by far the worst level in the game. It is terrible.
Hey, we made it!
I wonder if they're going to adjust some of the difficulty value on that stage
Take it easy.
for the Switch 2 version. I mean, we'll be finding out soon because it's only in about a month that it launches, like the end of June. Kind of funny how that puts me directly on the path of the stage I wanted to go anyways. No, it's Fortuna again. Okay, that's why we have the other code set up. I had a feeling I was going to do that by accident because it defaults to whatever stage you last picked. So it's L, R, and Z, I believe? No? Hang on. Jump the map. Oh, Z, R, and C up. There we go.
That area's an oven. Don't
Now we go to
burning
Solar
that
for
off.
real.
Be reasonable, Fox.
I'll be careful.
This stage doesn't look that different so far going into it, which I'm not surprised. There's barely any textures in the stage to replace. The most you can change here is the fire.
Keep an eye on your shield gauge.
Yeah, this stage is very rough to make it through.
Might not make it.
You're going to want to always stick to the top of the screen if you can, because the further you are to the lava, the more damage your ship takes. So you're always running low on health in this stage. It's rough to make it through this, and especially to keep all your teammates alive too.
Keep the rock.
But yeah, as Peppy says, you shoot the rocks, that's what's going to give you health refills, so we want to shoot as many as possible, as we kind of need to live. Didn't mean for a somersault. I'm doing a lot of accidental somersaults tonight. Nice, got my hyper lasers.
They're attacking you.
How'd I miss?
Location confirmed. Sending supplies.
Where did he send the supplies? Rob, hello? I think I drove past it trying to get my points.
Go away.
It was in one of the lava waves. By the time I was able to probably get to it. It would have probably just been a bomb drop at most, so it's not a big deal.
Too hot! I can't take it anymore!
Me on the average summer day in Florida. Just too hot, can't take it. But you never leave your house.
Location confirmed. Sending supplies.
Hey, finally, a thing that's not impossible to grab. Thank you. I think I might have gotten the medal. I can't remember if it was 100 or 150. We're gonna find out soon enough.
Data analysis complete. Here it
Oh,
comes.
it's so nice to not be in expert mode right now so I can keep my wings.
Maybe it's an arm. Aim for the arm.
There we go. Just a little gyration on the button at the end, because my fingers are getting tired of mashing. Yeah, if you grind this boss out for a while, that's how you get some extra points with the rocks. So if you're struggling getting the medal, yeah, you are here for a while. At least I remember correctly if that's how you get the medal too, because I don't remember if all rocks give you points or after a while they cap.
All aircraft report.
I don't really care, man, because this level will take too long if I did that.
I've taken a few hits, but I'm okay. You worry about your own hide.
Unfortunately, it's not going to tell me if I get the medal or not here, so I'll need to see it from leaving. I think it was 150. No, it was 100. Okay, so I just got it without having to grind. The only stages we haven't gotten medals on so far have been like, what, 2? Which is impressive. It was the... If I can get over here, Sector Y was one of them. And then we missed Sector Y and Z, so 2 sectors. And then I know I missed on Venom 1, because Venom 1 is pretty difficult to get medal. But everything else we've gotten a medal so far. That's kind of impressive. I wasn't trying to make this an all-medal run, but it kind of happened to be close.
Reports indicate that Andross...
Alright, we're going through Sector X again, just because it has story significance. Beating the boss in particular to get to the next level. So it would just kind of feel weird to jump into the next level without that story significance being explained.
Stay alert.
Love the ball and drop below me where I can't get it.
He's quick. Be careful. Enemy troops behind you. Man, they're fast. We're getting close to the base. Speed is here. It's all gone.
You're in a very weird spot all of a sudden.
What the heck is that? They're on me. I'm getting careless.
It's kind of weird to be here after doing solar, since that's not a thing you can ever do in the route. So having my allies be down a little bit in health because of the heat is a little weird.
I'll attack from the outside.
Interceptor system dead ahead.
Weapon.
Location confirmed. Sending supplies.
Nice, I just got the medal just from attacking things from over here, which is really good.
Back me up, Buck.
Alright, we're pretty much at the end of the stage now. And for the boss fight, I'm going to actually delay it out a little bit, because that's how you get the actual story to happen. I can attack some of the boss, but I'm going to wait until plot happens to defeat it.
What the heck? Fox, look behind you! So this is the secret weapon.
Destroy. Destroy. Enemy shield analyzed. I will terminate all enemies. You are an enemy. Where is the creator?
What's he saying?
This guy makes no sense in terms of what he's talking about, which is why it's a whole, like, giant question mark. Just keeps on saying things like, where's the creator? Who are you? Stuff like that. I did not mean to destroy him that fast. That was way easier than it should have been. Which was not the point.
Yippee! You
Alright, well now story, I guess it's not gonna make any sense. I'm not gonna do that again.
What?
Ah, fooled ya. No, it has a fake out for some reason. That's why it's so easy.
destroy. Destroy.
Destroy what? He's crazy.
I'm gonna just leave him there.
The enemy.
This is the real end of the fight, so I'm not gonna do any more. I don't think I've ever seen this attack before. What is he doing? Just a nice spin.
Let me handle this.
Slippy, get back here!
See you, Slippy. This is the only time he does this in the plot. He tries to take the glory on defeating the boss, and by doing that, he gets knocked to the next planet. It's the only time in the game where your ally gets involved in a boss fight just to peace out. If you go for that ending, notice how my score went from orange to blue. Orange means you got the medal. The medal requirements in this game are to get a certain amount of points in each stage and have all 3 of your allies alive. Getting the bad ending in this stage guarantees your medal just goes bye-bye. It's really punishing. Because I got the medal only to lose it because it counts as Slippy dead. It's funny how that worked out. I'm counting as getting the medal because I wanted to show Slippy getting flung off to the next planet for story purposes. But if you're doing a medal run, you can't let Slippy get involved in that fight. It is a problem. These are some weird looking lines. Alright, so this is the planet Slippy got knocked into oblivion to. And it's the second in our last Landmaster mission.
What are you doing? It's too dangerous there.
I can't leave Slippy hanging.
The delivery on that line was always so goofy to me because it almost sounded like a high five mention anything else. Like, I can't leave Slippy hanging. He says it so happy. Like he's like, he's holding that up for me. I gotta give him that high five.
Avoid the Landmaster.
It's not sounding threatening like, I gotta get Slippy. We don't want him dying. It's the delivery that gets me more than anything else.
Give me Slippy's location, Rob.
Is it possible to reach this planet without Slippy being down? Technically, yeah. If you beat Sector X, you can change the level and just go here. So, Titania is technically possible to get to without Slippy dying. You just have to manually select it. That's all. You just don't have any context as to why you're here. So if you beat Sector X and Slippy's fine, then you enter the level and Slippy's not with you because he got technically hit by something. You don't know what. Story-wise, it makes no sense why you're here now. But who cares at that point, right?
Enemy fighters coming at you, fuck. Try hovering. The barrel roll, press C or R twice. Are you okay?
There we go. You can barely get both of those rings. I did it wrong, and that still works. You're supposed to get the left one first, and then you get the right one.
Try hovering. Use bombs wisely.
Can't use bombs anymore. I'm out. One nice thing about Landmaster is that your boost your brakes last for so long. So if you ever need to brake just so you can get more points, it actually doesn't really matter too much. So how long you brake, you're gonna probably get all the things in your radius. It just takes a while for the refill. That's the actual detriment of using boost and brake still.
Location confirmed. Sending supply.
And you really gotta claw grip this controller though with the original control scheme. Again, I'm so used to playing this with the game controller, and how the buttons are spaced out on that makes Star Fox 64 a little bit better about not having the claw grip.
You okay? Hold together just a bit further.
Ah! I'm hit!
Is that you, Slippy? I'll be there.
Gee, I wonder what I'm going for in this argument. Gold ring or silver ring? One gives me health, and one gives me health and a health extension, plus an extra life. I'm already filling that. So which one do you choose? Like, that was a no-brainer pick. And I should have enough in the metal after this, because once I kill the boss, that'll give me the plus 10 if I do it fast enough, and that should be enough, because I believe there's 150 points. Oh, I wish I had a bomb, though, because this does a lot of damage in the beginning if I had a bomb.
Let me get a piece of that action, Fox.
Like, right here, you can shoot a bomb into the middle cage once this thing is opened up and do so much damage. And I just don't have that opportunity.
Pipe down.
We made it! I'll analyze right away. Hey, what's the big idea?
That's getting shot down, you idiot.
Data analysis complete. Here it comes.
Can you move your head? Thank you. Easy, boss. Because it just takes so much damage once you open up its core. That heart, it weak. And that's all the stages.
All aircraft
We
report.
didn't get medals in 2 of them. Funny enough, both of them were sector stages. Sector
We're always
Y, I could have gotten a medal. I just needed a few more points. Sector X on the, or Sector Z, excuse me, on the other hand. That one is just a pain to get a medal, because it does feel very luck dependent, and I was just not given a good hand on that one. I'm not grinding out medals on that. I'm happy to get all but 2. But there's still one other one I technically didn't get that I want to try again on. Now, to give myself a fair chance... excuse me, I want to see if I can get extra smart bombs. I don't know if infinite bomb can give me enough. Let me just go into a stage. I'm not going to play it. I'm going to just try to get 3. There we go. It gives me what I need.
aim for the 6 energy towers.
So this is going to be the same as resetting. I'm just going to keep my hyper lasers.
I'll cover you, Fox.
Which I have, right? Yeah, we have hyper lasers. So now if I just do this code, we're going to try Venom 1 again. But now with 3 bombs, that should give me enough. Yeah, dying does give you bombs. I wanted to keep the hyper laser. In theory, I should have just reset the stage and just ticked on the hyper laser cheat. That would give me what I wanted. There we go. Starting off here with a bomb is highly recommended. Look at my score. It just shot up because of that one bomb. And then the second bomb later gave me another like 25 points. This is why it's so crucial That bomb's coming to the stage. You get so much just from the beginning part.
Don't go dying on me.
That's why Venom 1 is not recommended if you're going for the metal, because Venom 1 is terrible.
Brace yourself.
You'll be sorry, Punk. What do you think you're doing, Fox?
Should be asking you that, Slippy. You ran into me.
I'll take the left. I've got the right. You've got an enemy on your tail. Incoming! Just shoot it, Bob.
Location confirmed. Send you supplies.
I've got the rat. Watch out, Pop!
You okay? Hold together just a bit further.
I think I might just barely have enough. Rock Golem will give me plus 10, which will put me at 199. And when I hit one of the electric barriers going into Andros, yeah, I should have enough. That'll give me a little over 200. So we're good. See how strict Venom 1 is for a metal? If you're going for the metal, Venom 1 and Venom 2, they both share a metal. They both have the same point requirement for it, 200 points. Even though they're different levels, the game counts it as 1 for score. Go for the Metal of Venom 2 because of the Star Wolf fight. Hands down, that alone is the reason why that is the recommended level compared to this crap. When I was here before, I barely missed it. And just shows, coming to the stage with those smart bombs made a big difference.
Data analysis complete. Here it comes.
Never give up. Run story.
Can't see, can't see. It's fine. I didn't lose a wing, thankfully. Alright, so that's a plus 10, 199, 200. Wait. That should have been it, though,
I'll go
right?
alone from here.
Or was it? No, it was 200, not 250, right?
Fuck!
Yeah, no, it was. It just took a minute to show up. Okay, that was kind of weird. I was gonna say, I remember being 200. We just saw it earlier.
Know that I control the galaxy.
I forgot because I had the code on to take me back to the level select. I tried to go C up while holding Z and R for the charge shot and it just kept me back here. That's anticlimactic because I was wanting to finish that in Venom 1. The runbacks? I'm turning that off so it doesn't happen again. Unfortunately, I have like no bombs. So I'm just gonna do this. We talked about it earlier. This is sending me back up in the same way.
Don't relax. We're not done yet.
So I just do it again. It's like, hey, here you go. You see me get that metal and Venom? Want to see me do it again?
They're everywhere. These guys just keep coming.
Let's just see if we can get a better score this time. That'd be cool. If I have to do it again,
Don't go
let's see if we can do
dying
better.
on me. Brace yourself.
I'll keep the bomb this time, see if I can use it on something better.
Sorry, Tom.
I'll take the left. I've got the right. You've got an enemy on your tail. Incoming! Just shoot it, Bob!
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have a better score.
Location confirmed. Sending supplies.
'Cause I'm already at 184 now, and I'm not done yet.
I've got the right. Watch out, Hawk!
Yeah, 195. We're guaranteed it now, so I did get a better score. Just to make sure. Yeah, we just did the level select code by
Just a bit further.
testing it out now to make sure I don't get sent back. Alright, we're fine. We're fine. We're not gonna have that happen again.
Batteries are your dad.
So, yeah, this is why, again, going into this is why I recommend Venom 2 for the medal, but it is possible to get it on Venom 1. It just requires, one, a couple bombs in the beginning, as you saw, because that beginning section gives you almost 100 points. That first minute alone is most of your points.
That temple gives you
And then after that, it's knowing the right paths. Follow Peppy, because Peppy's always taking down an area with more enemies. That is how you get the medal on Venom 1. It is not worth it, but there is a strategy.
He's running away.
I had to learn this when I was doing that video series years ago. That Let's Play taught me a lot about all the different medal points, because I've never gotten all medals before until that series, and then I did it again with Expert Mode, which I was shocked I was able to do that again. It was a fun playthrough,
Here it comes.
in general. It taught me a lot about the game, as I mentioned, but also it was just fun to revisit a game from my childhood. So I really didn't play too much up until that point. And then I just got to get a lot better at the game. Most of my time playing this growing up was multiplayer in particular, because I didn't own the game on N64. My first version of Star Fox 64 that I owned personally was on the Wii. So until Wii VC, I mainly played multiplayer and a handful of levels growing up.
I'll go it alone.
Then I played through the whole game as a teenager on the Wii. Because I was already a pretty big Star Fox fan at that time. Played some 64, grew up with Star Fox Adventures. Really enjoyed the game, thought it's very underrated. Gets a bad rap just because of it being something different, really. Played Assault, liked Assault. Played Command, thought it was okay. I just wasn't a fan of the control scheme in the game, really. Plus, the multi-storyline was a little much.
To come against me. Die just like your father.
It's actually kind of easier not to go in first person, that stuff, surprisingly. Alright, let's just finish this up real quick, so we can call it a game. Easy. You're fast enough, you don't need to dodge, Andros. And that's all of Star Fox 64. All levels, minus 2 medals. We've gotten everything in the game. Wait through expert mode, shut that off. The only real thing I didn't touch on is multiplayer for this stream, which I made a video on multiplayer a few years ago. Recommend checking that out if people just want to see the multiplayer in action. But that's all of Star Fox 64 in about 3 hours time, tops.
Are you okay?
Looking forward to what the remake is going to bring to the table, especially given how it's going to be revamping the controls a bit, getting some new stuff to play with, like with the mouse mode and such. Bringing out the co-op from Star Fox Zero, which I thought was a cool idea. So I'm looking forward to it, but this here, Playing through the whole game, every single level like this in about 3 hours, is why I'm glad they're not charging more than $50 for the game. Because I said during the reveal on social media, this is interesting, but they can't price this higher than like the budget titles they've been doing as of late with like Splatoon Raiders, because this would not sell for $70. I'm sorry, Chief. Star Fox Zero was bundled with Star Fox Guard, was a budget title, and still flopped. You can't sell a game like this at full price unless it has a lot of content. And Star Fox 64 doesn't really have a lot of content. So I think the $50 price tag is fine. It's a good middle ground price between budget title and AAA price. It's not full budget. $40 I think should be all this is probably worth. But if the multiplayer mode is really fleshed out, that's how they're justifying the extra 10 to get the 50, because multiplayer is entirely different for this remake from what we saw. Having online support and everything. So, looking forward to it. Again, it's only another month. I'm glad this time I don't have to do any weird jank setup, because I remember when I was playing on the Wii U game, because of how the dialogue was set up. So for those of you unaware, well, I don't have my Wii U gamepad on hand. I'm just gonna grab my Steam Deck for this, because trust me, it'd be very applicable for this demonstration. When you were playing Star Fox Zero on the Wii U, pretend this is a Wii U gamepad. This technically works as a Wii U gamepad with the right program, so I'm not wrong. You were playing the game on the TV and then on the gamepad screen. The TV had your main gameplay, like how you saw us playing Star Fox 64 tonight. The gamepad had the first-person cockpit view, and you can swap back and forth with those at will. Because you're seeing both views at the same time, however, and the gamepad was focused on the cockpit, all voices came out of the gamepad speakers. Well, all music, sound effects, all that stuff was coming out of your TV. I did not care for that at all. I thought that was a really stupid design. It was cool for immersion at first, and then you realize I'm never hearing them talk because my surround system plays the game at such a high volume, and these tinny little speakers on a handheld, not enough. So I remember taking the headphone jack from the gamepad and plugging that straight into my sound system. If you're playing this game with headphones, all sounds came out of gamepad. The music, the sound effects, and the voices. So I remember hooking up my gamepad to my sound system and playing the whole game with the gamepad Wii U combo. It was a mess for a setup. I remember that being such a pain, but it was the only way back then to get all the audio from Zero on your TV. So I'm glad going into the Switch 2 remake for Star Fox 64, I don't have to do any weird stuff now. I can just chill on my chair or my couch and just play with the game, full volume, on my TV. No weird workarounds. Back then, I was limited to whatever cable I had to run an aux cable from my gamepad to my TV. So I was sitting pretty close to that thing. That was not fun. It's the only thing I didn't care for about Zero at all. Thankfully now with Wii U mods, that setup I had no longer needed, because now you can just stream the Wii U gamepad audio to your TV using Homebrew. So I'm just doing that for the foreseeable future. That's so much better. But I'm looking forward to it. I was one of the people that enjoyed Zero, as I mentioned. I still love 64. Mixed on how the characters look, but they might grow on me. Who knows? I think the reception for the remastering of things have really sparked a lot of conversations that has led to a lot of negativity. I'm gonna be honest. It's not gonna be for everyone, I get it. It's just been one of those, go on socials with caution if you're gonna follow anything on social media, because people are really liking to bully you if you have an opinion about Star Fox right now. Stupid in my opinion. Hype responsibly, though I have to say on that one. Yeah, in terms of getting new dialogue, to go back on that too, it does sound like we're getting some of it because of how that prologue showed us extra story with James McCloud, and then they also talked about there were going to be more in-between shots going from level to level with the Star Fox crew. So they're going to add more dialogue here and there, in the game, both in terms of in between levels and maybe in the stages too. We don't know about that one. But that's another thing that's going to at least help with this being a remake, not just a remaster like with Star Fox 64 3D. They have an opportunity to add more story to the game, and it sounds like they're taking an opportunity to do so. Which, if they continue from here, then that means we're going to get some new story leading into a new game instead of another retread of what we just did. So, that's another thing to look forward to, something in the distant future, I guess. And I guess before we're done tonight, I'm going to just show one more thing, because it didn't work with this mod pack in particular. So I'm turning off the texture pack in particular here. And now I turned on the 3DS mugshots. So we're going to play just Corneria really quick. Actually, no. We can do... Wait. No, I'd rather do Corneria again. I was just thinking about, we can go Medio, but I don't care for the Medio boss. Plus, this will let you see more of the character models talk anyways. This is the 3DS version's graphics. You can clearly tell it's ripped from an actual 3DS because they're pretty low poly. Not just the models being off, but the pictures themselves are very 240p. Very blurry.
Open the wings.
I didn't mind how they looked, though, in 64 3D. I thought 64 3D looked really good, given it was a remake of an N64 game on the 3DS. So, it had to have a little bit of a compromise because of the handheld, but I thought, graphically speaking, 3D looked pretty good. In some ways, better than the original. I do think it depended on the stage, though. Like, I thought the space stages looked better in original, like Medio and Sector X, stuff like that. But a stage like this with Corneria, that definitely looked better on 3D. Still a solid version of the game that could be recommended today. Just not as comfortable to me to play on the 3DS compared to just holding a proper controller in your hand. This just always felt like the way to go. No matter how you wanted to play the game. Just felt better on a controller compared to on the 3DS.
Flippy, get back here! Flippy, watch out! Don't be on your tail!
Peppy always looked like he was slightly taller, though, in 3D. Like, his model looked like it had a little bit of a bigger head.
I thought they had me.
So instead of like a small size head, it looked like a tiny bit taller-ish. Yeah, it's kind of weird to describe. It's just how the model looked.
We're entering Corneria City now. This is horrible. Everybody stay alert! You've got an enemy on your tail! Use the brake!
Oh, nice. I actually hit both of them. I didn't realize that smart bomb hit the guy on the left. That's why I haven't been going for it tonight.
I'll take this. Get the one behind me. Something's wrong with the G diffuser. Use the boost to take.
There we go. If you don't destroy those enemies chasing Falco, by the way, it causes you to lose Falco immediately. So not only are you down a team member, but now you can't take the hard path in this level, because you need Falco to go that path. So if you let Falco die, you're getting really screwed over on the first level. You're better off resetting. I just realized I still had hyper lasers on, didn't I? The cheat code. I barely used the lasers, so I didn't even think about it. I'm gonna check right here. No, I didn't. Okay, never mind. I was gonna say, I thought I still had the code on, because it felt like I had hyper lasers to start for some reason. It's just, that's how little I use my lasers going in.
enemy robots. Dead ahead.
Let's go.
Canary always remind me of the planet Cornelia from Star Wars. That's probably what they were going for, to be fair, because the names are very similar. Star Wars and Star Fox have a lot of similarities. Let's not kid ourselves on that. A lot of it is definitely not an accident. It's very intentional. I mean, the level Katina before, that's another reference. That level is flat out just referencing Independence Day in the movie. So this series is not subtle on some references. Yeah, there are the 3DS models. I figured I'd just play a stage real quick just to show them, because I had the mod, but this mod conflicts with the texture pack mod I was using before, because I found no way of turning those portraits off while getting these portraits to override it. So, you have to choose one or the other. I prefer those textures, honestly, because this game looked beautiful with those textures on. Again, for reference on that one, the texture pack we used, it works specifically on Starship. It was called LR2EB. That mod is a work in progress, so they're still updating it at this point. Actually, I can tell you how far along it is. LR2... Oh, it doubled that. Okay. Alright, let's search. Here it is. Preview. Loading details. Let me just pull it up on actual Game Banana from the looks of things, because I'm not finding it there. Okay, this is 65% finished. So this mod pack is still updating a lot of different things. I don't know what else is needing to be done in particular for this. I don't have a full list of the different things obviously being worked on. But this is pretty feature-rich already, I would say, that mod pack we used tonight for the graphics. So, I'd recommend that mod pack for a texture overhaul. What was the reset key? Was it F4? Yeah, there we go. I just want to get back... Actually, why did I even do that? Because I was just getting back here anyway, so I was going to let the music play from this. Because I always just liked this song in particular. Felt pretty triumphant, but also, yeah, I think we should do the menu theme. That's also pretty triumphant. There we go, that's better. Give me 1 second here, though. Because I'm going to swap my full camera, but I want to have this music play instead of our normal. There we go. But yeah, that's going to be it, though, for tonight's stream. It's a good way of easing me back into doing the stuff. Again, to reiterate for people coming in now at the final hour, I haven't been streaming the past few weeks. I was planning on only just taking off a few days, maybe a week or so in April, but then everything happened at once that month. And I've been going through a lot of different things in the personal life, so I didn't want to push it. But I'm ready to try to get back into it. That's what tonight was for. Kind of started a little bit later, but I wanted to just give myself a little extra time to get ready on stuff tonight, for one. Because I was downloading some of these mods and getting them configured. But also, it was just a good game tonight to pick, I would say. Star Fox 64 is nice and chill. A game I can just play without really focusing too much on it, depending on the stage, as we saw. So I think it was a good thing to just pick up and play tonight. But we'll be back once again this week on Thursday to check out Dusk Light. As soon as I was getting ready to announce the stream schedule this week, they technically changed the Twilight Princess port name because it actually conflicted with something else. I'll talk about that story on Thursday, but we'll be talking about the Twilight Princess unofficial decompilation port that just came out last week. Checking it out, looking at some of the content that's already available at the game and so on, and just getting to celebrate Twilight Princess's 20th anniversary a few months early with this port. Which is also hard to believe. It's going to be 20 years old this year. Makes you feel old just thinking the Wii came out 20 years ago at this point. That's besides the point at this stage. That's it, though, for tonight's stream. Want to check out some more content? Go check out the YouTube channels right now. We're finishing up those Pikmin 2 challenge maps. Today had one of the worst maps of all time come out with Cave of Pain, and tomorrow has another one that's rough, to say the least. For all you fans of the Water Wraith enemy, we'll have a fun time watching tomorrow's challenge, so check it out if you haven't already in that series. Pikmin 2 is wrapping up soon enough. I know not everyone was the biggest fan of Pikmin, and the series has been performing pretty well, so I appreciate people watching, but it's also been around for a bit. There's a little bit of Pikmin fatigue on the channel, and I get it. It's wrapping up here soon, so I have a very small handful of videos left coming out in the series, including those challenge videos. So again, check out the series if you haven't already. Also, another one, which I would have announced earlier on if I was still doing some stuff ahead of time, but I'll just do the Twitch action. You can tell it's been a bit. Yeah, here we go. Last thing. The LP League. I need to give a shout out to that one because we started a new playthrough. Legitimately, this was one of my favorite playthroughs we recorded for the channel. We're playing through Sonic Unleashed over on the League. Check it out. If you were here for those 100% streams I did last year of Sonic Unleashed, there was a lot of knowledge in that series that carried over from that 100% stuff. So definitely check it out if you haven't already. There's some really cool stuff coming up. In particular, I'm looking forward to a very specific video coming out later this week in the series, because it has one of my favorite reactions in it of all time. So check out the series if you haven't already on that front too. But that's it though for tonight. Thanks to people who were patient with me waiting for the streams to come back, because I know some people were wondering when the next one would be, as I kept on either canceling or just shifting dates around, but we'll be back next on Thursday in particular, like I mentioned, and we're going to at least keep a 2-day stream schedule week going for at least for now. I'm not sure about 3 because I've been pushing myself on that, but I'll talk more about it probably on Thursday. But with that, enough rambling for me. I'm done for tonight. I almost hit the end stream button before doing the transition to leave. That would have been awkward. Let's end this actually properly. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you back here on Thursday for some Twilight Princess. Take care and have a good night, everybody.